Hello, my collective. Let's go ahead and get some full moon messages. What is this full moon bringing in for my collective? Any advice or messages that you have for this full moon? Let's go ahead and connect into spirit. As always, this is a collective message, so please take it as it resonates to you and your situation. If you are interested in booking a personal with me, the link to that will be in the description box below. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's see, what is this full moon bringing in? This is happening on November 5th. What is this full moon bringing in for my collective? We're going to go ahead and pull a few cards. Pull 3 cards. What is this full moon bringing in? All right, we have evaluation. We have new moon energy, new connection. And then we have unfruitful harvest. Okay. I feel when this comes forward, this is saying I'm going to evaluate what needs to change here, because what hasn't worked out in the past or what isn't working out for me currently, and what do I need to change to get there, okay? And there's definitely something here where it's like I think that there's an opportunity for some new connections to kind of come in this month, or it's like you are open to some new connections. And this could be in jobs, this could be in relationships, this could be in friends, opportunities, but there is something here where it's like I'm evaluating my past, what hasn't worked out or what isn't currently working out, and what do I want to kind of happen. And so right now would be a really good time for meditation or manifesting when it comes into things, maybe even vocalizing, right? When it comes into this, where it's like you really start to vocalize what it is you're looking for in certain situations, and what it is you're kind of expecting, I guess, out of connections or communication or just situations in general. So let's go ahead and pull up your advice wanted to come out. It says spread your wings. Yeah, I really feel like this is like, I feel like it's really like what hasn't worked out for you and what needs to change, and it's time to make those changes. Do not be scared to make some changes, and this could be where it's like, okay, you know what, I'm going to be open to this new possibility, this new opportunity, or I'm not going to be scared to kind of maybe speak my mind on this situation, kind of allow you to know like, hey, this really isn't bringing me anything when it comes into this, right? And not to say like connections have to bring you into something, but if you can provide X, Y, or Z, make sure that you're receiving X, Y, or Z, because I definitely feel like there's a sense here where it's like, don't be scared to speak your truth, or kind of, and this can go to yourself and to others, just situations where it's time to make some changes. Some of you might be figuring out some new things where it's like you about yourself as well when it comes into this. This could be where it's like you're figuring some things out, because with spread your wings, this can talk about where it's like learning new talents or kind of letting your talents shine in certain ways, where it's time, now is the time to reveal your true self and let your spirit actually be free, fly high, and reach for the stars, okay? So for some of you, this is where it's like, okay, I've acted this way, or maybe you've put yourself in a box, and it's like, this isn't doing anything for yourself. It's time to allow yourself to be free and be who you truly are, all right? And there's a big sense of evaluation going on here, okay? We have appreciation coming forward, and I feel like this is where it's like, each day has a moment to be grateful for. And this was something big that I learned during the 33 days. If you haven't done it, it's a thing on YouTube. Type in on the search bar, Soul Manna 33-day journey. I recommend everybody to do that, especially now as well. Like maybe starting during the full moon would be great, because I'm talking about like this big sense of reevaluation. To me, it's like, there's always something to kind of appreciate, even when things like, again, unfruitful, where to me it's like, okay, I'm grateful that I'm noticing this now so I can make these changes. I know that this is not going right, so I'm going to change this. But there is a big sense here of appreciation in some way, shape, or form, okay? Take a moment, and this could be too, where it's like I'm evaluating a lot that's going on in my life and what needs to change. I'm not necessarily happy about, X, Y, or Z, or a lot of things that are in my life. I want you to find those little things to be grateful for in each moment. And for some of us, this could just be, you know, like I have a roof over my head. I have food in my belly, whatever this might be. I want you to focus on those little things, because the more that we focus on those little things to be grateful for, we get more things that come forward. And that's big here. I do feel like there's a big sense of change coming in with this full moon. Let's go ahead and pull some other cards. Let's pull 4 of these oracle cards. What else is coming in with this full moon? What else is this? And 2, I just looked at the bottom of this, okay? And we have reconciliation. So I'm just going to say that as well, where there could be a sense of kind of, when I say reconciliation, this could definitely come into a person in some way, shape, or form. So this full moon could bring back a connection in some way, shape, or form. Now, and to me, with this new connection, it's like giving us an opportunity to heal or make amends in certain situations. But this could also be reconciliation with situations or yourself in some way, shape, or form, but in a good way. Like, it's time to make those changes and heal from some things, okay? Do something kind for someone without any expectation. Now, this could be yourself as well, and you know, this to me is like, don't expect something to change right away. I want you to make that change for yourself, just to kind of, it's like, I want you just to start making these changes, all right? Now, this could be where it's like, do something kind for somebody, like somebody's going to need some help, and it's like, don't expect anything in return, but I feel like Spirit will pay you back for that tenfold, okay? Whatever that means. You're too amazing to follow everyone else. Oh, wow. Forge your own path. And I was saying there's a sense of evaluation. We have spread your wings here coming forward. And so to me, this could be where it's like, you don't put yourself in this box because you never belonged there. Okay? Stop giving away your power. Let's pull one more card. Never forget how resilient you are. You always bounce back. I definitely feel when it comes into this, Spirit is telling you, you know, I feel like this do something kind. It could be for somebody else, but I feel like this is more for yourself, where it's like, make these changes. But it's like, don't expect something to change overnight. I just want you to make these changes because you're making this evaluation, right? And sometimes we're like, okay, well, if I change this and this is going to happen, this is going to happen. I feel like we've put ourselves in a box in some way, shape, or form. And this this full moon is here to really show you what is here to change, because there's a big sense here of change in some way, shape, or form. And I feel like it's like, again, with this, stop giving away your power. I feel like it's like there's been a sense of putting yourself in this box in some way, shape, or form. And it's like, this box was never where you belonged, okay? Stop hiding who you truly are. Be free. Be that loud soul that you are. Be that shining light, okay? It doesn't matter who or what thinks this. I feel like putting yourself in this box has what has it taught you? What has it shown you? Nothing, right? And so to me, it's like, I want you to start making these changes in some way, shape, or form. I feel like this full moon is going to bring you in a lot of change, a lot of opportunity. And it's like, I want you to be kind to yourself. I want you to kind of make this sense of a path. And for some of you, again, the 33 days, I kind of spoke about that already. So definitely take a look at that. But I also want you guys to create a list for yourself, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, spiritually. Where are you looking to resonate? Because I feel like there is a lot of change that is here to happen. And this full moon is kind of opening your eyes into that. And I'm not surprised, right? Because I think this full moon is in Taurus. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's in Taurus. And so with that, I always feel like there's a sense of like grounding, okay? And so I feel like there's a big sense here where it's like you are really being called to ground yourself and really open yourself up into what is suitable for you. What is suitable for my collective? You're too amazing to kind of be like everybody else. Stop hiding yourself. I feel like you shine bright. You have a louder soul. You are more outgoing, but I put myself in this category so that way I don't step on anybody's toes. That way I don't outshine, or maybe I'm not different, but you are different, and that's okay. I feel like you putting yourself in this box is allowing others to have this power over you. And what has this taught you, right? Like, to me, it's like you putting yourself in this box, you being a little bit quieter, you not letting yourself shine as bright. it's taught you nothing in that sense of like, it hasn't gotten you 10 steps further. It hasn't gotten you, X, Y, or Z. So why are we here? It's time for something new to happen. Never forget. And I feel like this, I don't know if you hear that noise in the background. I don't know what that is coming from. But to me, this is never forget that you can bounce back from anything. And so even though I've put myself in this box, even though I feel like I'm not shining that bright, your light is always there. You can turn it on at any time. And I feel like Spirit is saying that. I really want you to focus on those little things right now, because I think that some of us could be like really struggling in some way, shape, or form, especially with this appreciation coming forward. I want you to focus on those little things that you're appreciative of, because I feel like it'll bring more opportunity for some more things to happen. But I definitely feel like it's like, be kind to yourself. It's okay to be loud. It's okay to be free. It is okay to be different. And I feel like this full moon is kind of showing you that, or kind of opening your eyes into that. Okay, you are too great to be like everybody else. Like you're different for a reason. Stop allowing somebody to make you feel little or to let you feel like out of power. Let's go ahead and pull some tarot. We're going to pull 4 tarot cards. And I'm looking down. It says honor yourself. Yeah. I want you to appreciate yourself for being different, for being free-spirited. And sometimes we change to fit into situations, but I just feel like it's like Spirit is like, you putting yourself in this box has not helped you elevate in any way, shape, or form. So why are we doing it? Why are we doing it? If you could just be that crazy, free-spirited soul, and not in a sense of bad crazy, it's like you have such a bright light. Allow it to shine. Turn it back on. Let's go ahead and pull 4 cards. 4 tarot cards for my collective. What does my collective need to hear? Queen of Cups. We have the 7 of Wands. We have the King of Pentacles. And we have the Hanged Man. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I feel like maybe you feel like if I were to kind of hold my emotions back, or if I were to, I just feel like there's a sense here of like trying to hide your sense of emotion or trying to hide certain parts of yourself, okay? Because you thought, maybe it'll make me a little bit more grounded. Maybe it'll make me a little bit more stable. But I just don't feel like that's the case. I feel like there's a big sense here as well of like, it's time to stand your ground. It's okay to be different. It's okay to be outspoken. It's okay to shine a little bit brighter. I just feel like, again, this unfruitful harvest, right? Where it's like, I feel like this hasn't made any big changes for you to be in this box. So why are you sitting in this box? Like it hasn't proven to be better for you. If you allow your light to shine, I feel like that's what's better for. Yeah, as I'm saying that, the Ace of Swords wants to come forward. The 10 of Pentacles wants to come forward. And then we have the 8 of Wands, okay? I really feel like there's a sense here where it's like, I have turned my light off, or I have maybe tried not to shine as bright because, and this is different for everybody, so take it as it resonates, but I just feel like you've put yourself in this box because it's like, I feel like if I did that, it would make some changes, or maybe it'd make me more stable. Maybe if I held back certain parts of myself, it would, again, make me more stable, put me in a place of stability, or something of that sort, okay? But I feel like it's only kind of like you're stagnant, you're not moving anywhere, one place or another. If you take yourself out of that box, again, new opportunities, this Ace of Swords, I feel like new opportunities, or it's like, maybe, again, and I feel like there's like fruits of your harvest, right? Where I see this, it's like, to me, things will be happening. Things will come forward. You're going to move up in some way, shape, or form. It's time for some action to happen. It's time for some movement to happen after you feeling very stuck. And to me, you can bounce back very easily, and I think whether you're aware of this or not, I feel like you are very resilient, and it's like, even if your light is turned off, you can turn it back on. And for some of us, maybe certain things had happened, okay, and it's like, okay, well, I put myself in this box because of X, Y, or Z, but I really feel like this full moon is bringing in a sense of evaluation, a sense of like, okay, I'm going to overlook a whole situation. I want everybody to make a list for themselves, emotionally, mentally, physically, financially, spiritually, whatever the case might be, what needs to change to get you into these spots, okay? If I were to say this is where I want to be in 6 months, okay, what do I need to change? What is not kind of helping me? What relationships, what situations are just not helping me? And I do feel for some of you, it could be like you feel low with the sense of appreciation coming forward. I don't want you to focus on your worry, your stress, X, Y, or Z. I want you to focus on what I'm appreciative of right now. I want you to be kind to yourself. If this is where you were quieted for so long and it's like you're scared to speak up about something, to me, this is be kind to yourself, okay? Be kind to yourself. You did nothing wrong. You are too amazing to be in this box. You are too bright to kind of turn that light off, okay? Stop giving away that power. Stop letting people feel like, they can overwalk this situation, all right? I am sending you all lots of love and light. I hope that this full moon is blessed for everybody. Take care.